Okay, I'm gonna be redoing a really crap video I did. This is so retarded. I was giving... First of all, it was cringy. Second of all, I was being way too nice to the people I was fighting. I hypothetically would have been fighting. I've also changed up the loadouts a little bit. Anyway, let's start off with the two SWAT team members. Not swatters. Why did I say swatters? Dang it. But anyway, they're going to have some Fortnite scars, legendary assault rifles. We're just going to call them SCAR 50s because 50 cal and it's a SCAR. And I honestly don't give a crap about Fortnite. But I do like it because it's based on a real gun. And I do like SCARs, actually. Then, I'm changing up the secondaries. Each person's going to have an assigned secondary. First SWAT team member that uses a Nerf gun is going to have a revolver. This is the same revolver that I shot 50 rounds into the sky with. Next one's just going to have like a jolt style thing. Now we get on to... Forgot to show something for the police guy. You don't screw it. Police guy's not going to be on the team. Anyway, Renegade M4 or some sort of spring action assault rifle. Codenamed AR-9. Why codenamed AR-9? Because the AR-10 was the first variant of an Armalite rifle. And this is pretty much an AR-15. But it's a back bolt action, I guess you could say. God dang. I hate the camera on my dang iPad. I need to get a camera. Anyway, secondary for this guy is a pretty powerful Spring 1911. It's not hammer action, like a lot of people would think if they have no experience with guns, but it's a pretty hard to cock, which is a downside. But this brings us to the leader of the group, the infantryman, with an AK-47. It's a cheap AK-47. And you normally think that that's not cheap. But if you think $60 isn't cheap, you have never played Airsoft. Pretty much anything cheaper than $50. No, anything cheaper than $55. You're getting into the UK arms level, and you don't want to get to that level. Anyway, up to the sidearm for the infantryman. It's a Beretta. It's a CO2 powered Beretta. It's like $30, but it packs a freaking punch. It's almost at 400 FPS. It's close. It's 375. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get into the lethal situations. Oh, frick. Okay, now on to the lethal crap. This scenario is like somebody tries to attack us, and that attack can kill us. So we gotta resort to this stuff. First guy, Pistol Man. Just a basic CO2 powered airsoft, not airsoft, BB pistol. Goes at around 410 FPS. 13, I think, magazine. And then for the stealther or the freaking sniper, whatever. And just a standard pump-action pellet rifle. We'd probably have diesel pellets for that scenario. Then there's the guy that is for the scenario where everything goes wrong. The guy that's attacking you sees you, and your only option is to put a lot of steel BBs inside of his head. This thing is also around 420 FPS. 39 round magazine. It's a Mac 11. Semi-automatic. It's actually pretty good for self-defense, considering your attacker is not wearing body armor. And if our attacker was wearing body armor, then we'd have a problem. Now, like most families, my family does indeed have self-defense weapons, but we're talking if this was a scenario outside of somebody's house. If this is a scenario at like a gaming club base or something. These are just random scenarios. If it was at my house, the attacker would probably be dead in about 2 seconds. If it was at one of my friends' house, the attacker would probably be dead in about a few seconds. But it's not always the case. There are cases where it's somewhere where there are no adults. So that's where those cases come in. Another option is a spring bracelet. Snap-on bracelet. Whatever you want to call it. You know that guy? That one made-up guy who once everybody thought was purple? William Afton? He died to one of these. Not really. He died in a suit comprised of much bigger mechanisms inside of these. But, well, that's not real, but the mechanisms are actually very real. And they're just as dangerous as they are in those Five Nights at Freddy's games. You see, a lot of the cheaply made snap-on bracelets got banned, because these are meant to be slapped onto your wrist like a wristband. Like, they flatten out using spring locks. Manually activated spring locks. But they're also just as easy to trip as they are in the games. One slight touch, they snap. The cheaply made ones were banned because the spring locks were tearing through the fabric. And this one is slightly withered. Just a few more uses, it'll be just as dangerous as freaking spraying Bonnie. So, if we had to get stealth, and we were all out of ammo or something, there's always the chance of, like, putting this on an attacker's neck. Hypothetically. We would hopefully not have to do that. But if the need rises, let's just say, anyway. Next weapon is it's a baseball bat. Fairly obvious reasons. Are we done here? Yeah, I think we're done. And I also kind of have a sword, but nobody cares about that.